What's in a question? Maybe just about everything important. A smart and sharp question should strike up the most engaging of conversations, so let's have a little discussion. Diane joins us in the studio, and I am really excited about today's topic, Diane.
Why are you a victim?
I am a victim, and my daughters, because of me, I think, are also victims all the time.
Right.
The question was, what was the question today?
All right, so question, are some people mosquito magnets?
Are you a mosquito magnet?
No.
You're not.
I'm not.
You are very lucky.
Right. Even though I have a mosquito bite on my thigh right now, I am not.
Yeah, so I actually, because I'm such a mosquito magnet, I've developed my own strategy to catching the annoying little mosquitoes in the middle of the night.
So you're really good at it.
I'm really good at it.
Right.
And
That's good.
and I think you're going to explain to us, and I'll tell you what my strategy is when we get to the segment or the section where my theory kind of plays out.
Okay.
Yeah. But giving out the question one more time to our listeners, let us know, are you a mosquito magnet?
Right. So if you've ever been bitten by a bunch of mosquitoes while your partner or your friend, your family managed to escape their bites and the itchy aftermath, it may feel like the mosquitoes are unfairly targeting you. And as it turns out, you may be right. So what exactly draws mosquitoes to bite people in the first place? And why do some people get bitten more than others? Those are the questions that I'll go over today to help you better protect yourself from sleepless nights of buzzing and itchiness.
Okay. First of all, common knowledge, I think, not all mosquitoes bite.
That's true.
Okay. It's only the females that
exactly
bite.
Right. The female mosquitoes are the main biters, since they're the only ones who bite and need the protein to found in blood so their eggs can develop. Use a variety of different cues to locate, land, and then bite us, according to a professor in the biology department at the University of Washington, Jeff Riffle. So it all starts with your breath. According to Dr. Riffle, they first use carbon dioxide from our breath. The CO2 tells female mosquitoes that a potential meal is nearby. Then the CO2 also turns on their vision, and they begin visually searching for objects that look like humans or other hosts.
Right. So this is kind of my strategy. When I'm laying down and then you have that
The buzzing sound.
The buzzing sound in the middle of the night. What I do is I purposely breathe out.
Really?
Yeah, I breathe out
Right.
to make sure the CO2 lures the mosquito near me.
Wow, that's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, and then right when you sense them or hear them near, I turn the light on.
Right.
And I just stay frozen, ready for the zapper in my hand. And they're usually within about a meter distance of my face.
Really? That is so interesting. I would have gone for the opposite way, like try to hold on to my breath so they can't locate me.
But then you can't find them to kill them.
That is so true.
The purpose is to kill them.
Oh my God. Yes, right. Get rid of them, right?
Right. But so speaking from a mosquito's perspective, okay, they found some CO2.
Right.
They sense that there's an animal or a person that has tasty blood.
Yes.
What do they do afterwards?
So after seeing a potential host using carbon dioxide, they will find out if a person smells appropriate before landing on that person. Because according to Dr. Riffle, some folks smell better than others to the mosquitoes. It's not like their scent is good or not, but rather it's appropriate temperature and sweat. And if you have the appropriate temperature and sweat, they will bite you and begin feeding.
Maybe you just smell really bad, Diane.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I smell really good. That's why the mosquitoes are attracted to me.
Well, in mosquitoes' perspective, you smell good, and I smell bad.
So I didn't think this was true, but according to research, the color of your clothing also matters to mosquitoes?
Yeah, it turns out. So the color of clothes you're wearing can also influence whether a mosquito finds you appealing or not. Dr. Riffle explains that mosquitoes prefer some parts of the color spectrum over others. For example, they like orange and red, but they're not attracted to green or white. So if a person is wearing a white shirt, then they should be less attractive to a mosquito's relative, a person wearing a red or black shirt. And recently, a research team at the University University of Washington published a study that showed that the color red is a factor attracting mosquitoes in one of the most prestigious international scientific journals called Nature Communications in the field of basic science and engineering. So it's proven.
Okay, so avoid red.
Avoid red.
Wear white.
Yes.
Okay. Also, I in Korea, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine to talk about blood types.
Yeah.
Because, they're so adamant about categorizing your personality based on blood type,
on that,
which
right?
I don't believe at all.
Right.
But there is a certain blood type that mosquitoes are more attracted to.
Yes. So it sounds like a rumor, right? You can't really believe it because we love to categorize people by their blood types, kind of get to know the other person's personality according to the blood type. But it was found to be true, according to a study, that certain blood types actually attract the mosquitoes. So even your blood type matter. Dr. Desiree Labode, a professor of pediatric infectious disease at Stanford University, said that there is some evidence to suggest that blood groups can play a role. For example, a 2019 study published in the American Journal of Entomology found that mosquitoes had a high preference for blood type O. And there was another study that backed this idea in a controlling setting. Mosquitoes landed on people with type O blood nearly twice as often as those with type A blood. People with type B blood fell somewhere in the middle of this itchy spectrum, which is me. Additionally, based on other genes, about 85% of people secrete a chemical signal through their skin that indicates which blood types they have, while 15% do not. And mosquitoes are also more attracted to secretors than non-secretors, regardless of which type they are.
Okay, so I'm blood type O. So basically, I have like the filet mignon of blood to mosquitoes.
Right, you're like their main course.
Yeah, and you're just like a
entree.
Like a common hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess that's a good relevant example.
Okay.
Right?
All right, and this is the question. I mean, I don't care if they bite me and it doesn't itch, but it's the crazy itching that drives everyone crazy.
Right. So when a mosquito pierces your skin to feed on your blood, they also release their own saliva into our bloodstream. And according to health experts, your body reacts to that saliva as an allergen, causing your immune system to release histamine. That in turn causes the area where you are bitten to swell and itch. And so because it's an allergic reaction, how bodies react differs according to people. Some people have only a mild reaction to a bite or bites. Other people react more strongly, and a large area of swelling, soreness, and redness can occur.
Okay.
And
so,
are you one of those people with like a bit swell and
No,
super itchiness?
I'm not, but my daughters are. And so I feel really bad when they get bit because they swell up so much.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then, because they're young, they itch it and then the skin breaks.
Right.
And so then it stings.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pain.
Right.
Is there a household remedy, something to kind of relieve that itch for people?
Apparently, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends washing the area with soap and water, followed by applying an ice pack to the bites for 10 minutes to reduce swelling and itching. There are several other steps you can take to reduce the itch. The CDC recommends mixing 1 tablespoon of baking soda with enough water to form a paste and then applying it to the mosquito bites. Leave the paste on for 10 minutes and then rinse it off. And Professor Labode recommends dabbing the itchy area with calamine lotion, which helps cool and soothe skin. She adds that 0.5% or 1% hydrocortisone cream can also help, but notes you should avoid applying it around the eyes.
Okay, and I recently found this device online. It looks like a little pen, but it has like a laser at the tip.
Right.
So when you get bit, you just stick it on top of the mosquito bite and you press the button.
So it's like a laser?
It feels like a little burn.
Right.
But it basically burns off the protein that makes
the saliva.
Yeah, the saliva.
Right.
It burns it off.
Right.
So your body won't have that allergic reaction and it won't itch.
Did you try it?
I didn't. I have a friend in the States who bought it and tried it. So he says it hurts. It's like getting, it feels like getting a tiny burn.
Oh, no, I don't think I want that.
But it's worth it because you don't have days of itching afterwards.
Right.
So you gotta sacrifice something for a benefit, right?
Right. It's do you want itchiness or do you want a burn?
Exactly.
Right.
That's the question.
Yes.
Okay, and I mean, we'll skip over the common ways of avoiding mosquito bites, but interesting side story here. A mosquito or mosquitoes were responsible in helping police catch some criminals.
Right. So I wanted to end today's segment with something interesting because it's Friday. Chinese police have seized the suspect by collecting DNA from dead mosquitoes recently. According to Hong Kong's South China Morning Post, police caught a thief who broke into a house in southeast China last month, which they have been searching for about 3 weeks. Chai, who was a theft subject, broke into a house around 1 p.m. on the 11th of last month. He sneaked into the house and stayed overnight after confirming that the owner was not there. Here, Mr. Chai was so daring that he really enjoyed his time there, eating boiled eggs and noodles and sleeping in the bedroom. And the next day, he stole valuables and ran away. And upon receiving a report, police rushed to the scene and found 2 mosquito corpses and bloodstains on the newly painted living room wall. Now here, police believe that the owner of the house would have cleaned the bloodstain from the walls because it's newly painted, but if they were not. So they were convinced that whoever the blood belonged to was the thief. Blood samples from the mosquitoes were taken and DNA was analyzed, and the results were consistent with that of Mr. Chai. So the suspect was arrested last month. In addition to this case, he was found to have committed 4 different other thefts. So like the Fuzhou Police Security Bureau announced, that a dead mosquitoes on the wall was an on-site witness.
Okay. Well, I hope this story kind of helps our listeners prepare for the mosquito season that's coming up, because as the monsoon season is wrapping up, that's when the mosquito season kind of starts into full gear. So protect yourselves. And remember to wear the proper clothing.
Wear white.
And if you're of a certain blood type, take extra measures.
Be extra careful.
Okay, Diane, thank you so much for your time.
Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.